Daddy born poor, Mama was too. Walking through the snow, plastic bags on their shoes. Papa selling houses, sleeping in a car. Four babies in the backseat, underneath the stars. Well, hey, hey, just work a little harder. Hey, hey, punching that clock with work and prayer and a little bit of luck. Make so much money, need a 10-ton truck. Ha, 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 ha.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. So glad you could join me this afternoon. Sorry for being a minute or two late here. Here at Forex Smart Trade, our mission is to change your financial destiny by teaching you how to currency trade with our proprietary indicators that are highly accurate yet simple to use. And we do that by giving you personalized one-on-one coaching, which we think is the most efficient and effective way to learn currency trading. And this session is to show you one of the trade strategies that we have. We've got over a dozen. And when we train you, we will customize a trade plan specifically for you, for your availability, for the time you're able to trade, and for your risk profiles. So with that, let's jump into it today. We need to start by listening to this guy, and we'll get going.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
One of the great things about the program is that we do these live webinars. One is a teaching moment, and two, so that you can evaluate for yourself how well they work and whether they'll work for you. I do 3 sessions a week this afternoon that we're in right now. I do one tomorrow morning and Thursday morning. And then every day around 4:15, I send out a trade setup with a recommended trade, again, so that you can kind of evaluate how accurate I am. When you become a member, we do live trades every morning at 10 a.m., also every evening at 10 p.m. And then our secret sauce is that as we're so confident in how well the indicators work, and our ability to teach you to use them, we let you trade with our money and split what you make. And what allows us, one of the reasons we're able to do that is because we are continuously training you, continuously giving you information so that you're at the top of your game. So we've got training sessions every Wednesday evening and every Saturday morning. Saturday morning session, you get to ask questions. So we're constantly helping you get better faster. So with that, let's jump in. I trade off of a little trade plan. Every day I like to restart my green chart to clear out the memory and pick up any updates that might have happened. At the end of every day, I want to review the trades that didn't go my way so that I can make adjustments, figure out what I did wrong and improve it. Now, sometimes you'll do everything right and it still goes wrong. But the nice thing about our simulator is you can go back in time and look at specifically what you were looking at and what you used to make that decision. And that's very, very helpful. very, very helpful. We are technical traders, which means we are trading based on the price action, and our indicators are very good at being able to tell us what direction the market's moving in. And if we can figure out what direction the market's moving in, we can make money from it. However, news does impact currency prices. So we want to know what news is coming up so that we can kind of basically trade around it. And forexfactory.com breaks news down into three components. One is yellow, which is a no impact. Yellow, which is low impact. Orange, which is medium impact. I generally don't worry about these. Some people do. And red, which is high impact. So we've got some news coming out at 2 a.m. on the pound. It won't affect any trade that we're going to take right now. And the other thing we need to be aware of is that it was a holiday today in Canada. So we probably won't trade anything Canadian. On holidays, there's low volume, and on low volume, the indicators don't quite work as well. So with that, let's jump in and see what we've got. The trade I am going to do today is something. This is kind of my bread and butter trade. It's called the 10-point trade signal. I like to do it off of a 1-hour chart, but you can take it off of any time frame. I like to be at least halfway into the chart before I take the trade, so that the lines have had a chance to form. On a 1-hour chart, trades are going to be worth anywhere from 5 to 35 pips. And my sweet spot is if I can peel off 11 pips, I'm doing pretty good. And if I can do that 3 times a day, I've had a terrific day. On a 1-hour chart, the trade will close within 1 to 3 hours. That's generally how long it takes to move from one side of the channel to the other side of the channel. And you'll see what I'm talking about in a minute. And the strategy here is basically to just get all the lines to line up a certain way. And if I can get at least 7 of them going in the same direction, I can be pretty confident that the trade is moving moving either as a buy or a sell, and I can make money off of it. So let's go and take a look. The chart I am trading off of is something called the Light 6 Major. It's one of the standard charts. It is a composite chart in that it is showing us 6 different currency pairs. This first chart is all US based, and this first one is Australian dollar, US dollar. And I'm going to start with the middle section of the chart, which we call the majors and minors. This red and green line is the major indicator. This black and gray line is the minor indicator. A horizontal red line is what we call the oversold line. Horizontal blue line is the overbought line. And basically, I want to catch a trade where these lines, the major and minor lines, are either overbought and pointing down or oversold and pointing up. And I'm going to basically try to ride it through the channel. And you can see, had I caught it here a couple hours ago when it started to come down, over the course of 3 hours, we've got maybe 7. We got 7 pips here. But as I said, usually going from one side of the channel to the other side, that is going to be worth anywhere from 5 to 30 pips. And you can see here that we caught the up move. That looks like it's about 21 pips. So right now we are almost, the miners are oversold and turning, majors are 3/4 of the way or 80% of the way through the channel. I will usually consider a trade if the green line is less than halfway, but we are significant more than halfway, so we're going to pass. Euro USD overbought. Everybody's coming down. There are three things that I'm looking for. So one, we're overbought. That's one of the things. Two, that all the lines are coming down. And they are coming down. The red line's coming down, green line's coming down. And the third thing is I want the red line to have crossed over the green line and the black line to have crossed over the gray line. I have the black line crossed over the gray line, but I don't have that. The red line hasn't crossed over the green line yet. So I don't have all the three elements that I'm looking for. The other thing I don't like about this is the green line is less than 45-degree angle. I want it to be steeper than 45 degrees. 45 degrees is the minimum that I'll consider. I want it to ideally be steeper. So we're going to pass. Pound USD overbought. Miners, majors still going up. Miners are coming down, so nothing there. US dollar, Canadian dollar. Miners have reached overbought and it's starting to turn. Majors are still going up, so we'll pass. Dollar Swiss franc, oversold. Everybody's going up. And I've got the double cross that I'm looking for, where the green line is crossed over on top and the gray line is crossed over on top because these are going up. So I got 3 points here. I don't mind that the miners have gone more than halfway. I care where the green line is, and the green line is like a quarter of the way into the channel. I like the slope on the green line, and I like that there's a kink in the green line, and we've going from less steep to more steep, and the steepness is more than 45 degrees. So that's all good. So when I get 3 points here, I am going to jump to the TNTs and count how many lines are going supporting what I'm seeing here, which is a buy signal. So thick orange is telling me buy. Thin orange is just barely telling me buy. It's going up. The blue lines are inversely related. So when blue is going down, that means buy. So thick blue is telling me buy. Dotted blue is telling me sell. So 3 of the 4 lines here are saying buy. I want a minimum of 3 of the 4 lines telling me, agreeing with me. So I've got the second part. The third part is the pressure. I want these lines either going up or I want the green line on top, which I have. So I've got 1 point here, green line on top. 3 points here. Oversold. Everybody's going up. Oops, actually we lost everybody going up. The miners are going sideways now. Miners are going sideways while we're talking. Gray line's coming down. Black line's going up. That's what makes it sideways. And we've lost the thin orange line. Thin orange line is going down. So I don't have all the elements that I want. So we're gonna pass. I would have probably passed on this because what time is it in Switzerland now? Who knows? Add 7 hours, so it's what, 11:15. All of Swiss traders are sitting in front of their fireplaces, and U.S. traders they're not at the bar yet. They're going to be at the bar pretty soon. So I want to trade when at least one of these are active. Swiss franc, traders are gone, and it is the end of the day. So that 3-hour window I'm looking for, within that 3 hours, everything's starting to slow up now on the USD. Once we get to that 5 o'clock time, isn't good. So we're gonna, if we did have the, wow. Wow, wow, wow. While we've been talking, thick orange. Oh, thick orange is going from up to down. But anyways, the thin orange is going down. So we don't have enough support here. Dollar yen. We're in the middle of the channel going sideways. Now, the yen I might consider taking because it's approaching morning in Japan. But we don't have a signal here. So we're going to pass. So I've cloned this chart, and we're going to go take a look at second chart, which has non-USD pairs on it. Euro pound oversold, majors coming down, minors kind of sideways. Australian dollar yen approaching oversold. Green line is more than halfway, so we're going to pass. Euro Canadian dollar. Ooh, nice run here. You could have caught it here, or you could have caught it here when the slope changed. This myself, and over 3 hours, that's 16 pips we could have had. Issue here is I wouldn't have taken this trade because it's a bank holiday in Canada. But this is what I'm looking for. Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar. We don't have agreement between the majors and the minors. Pound yen. Ooh. Sideways on both, miles up on the minors and sideways on the majors. Here's a case where, you could have maybe squeezed out 10 pips on a buy. If you took a buy when you were overbought, that's just not part of my trade strategy. So I don't know how much more there is when you see this. Euro Australian dollar overbought. Majors still going up, minors starting to turn. So nothing here. So let's go to our next chart where we've cloned. Canadian dollar yen. Again, we don't have green line is just crossed the halfway mark, but we don't have agreement. Not everybody. The more of these lines that I can get in agreement, the higher the probability that the move is going to happen that I'm expecting. So here, this is telling me that it doesn't think there's any more down in the move. So I want everybody in agreement if I can find that. Euro New Zealand overbought, majors still going up, minors have started to turn. Same with the pound New Zealand dollar, majors still going up, pound starting to turn. New Zealand dollar yen. This looks almost like what we saw over here with the Canadian dollar yen. Again, no agreement. New Zealand dollar USD. We're more than halfway. Majors going down, minors starting to turn. Euro Swiss franc. Nothing. I like the majors to have actually gotten overbought before I consider it. We've got sideways pressure here anyways. Green line's coming down, red line's going up. Let's go to the next one. Australian dollar, Canadian. Everybody's going down. We've got the double cross. I don't like it because the majors didn't get to the overbought. I don't like it because the majors didn't get to the overbought. I prefer the lines to be all the way up here before they start coming down. Plus, it's a holiday in Canada, so we're gonna wait this one out. Swiss franc, and part of it is having the discipline to wait for your setup. You only need 2-3 good trades a day, and you're going to make terrific money. And if more happen to come, you'll take them. Some days the pickings are slim, but when they're there, take the trade and you'll make money. Overbought miners going up, majors kind of sideways. Euro yen, everybody's kind of going up, so nothing there. Overbought and everybody's going up. Pound Australian dollar, miners have started to turn. Majors still going up. Nice run here. Had we caught it back here. New Zealand dollar, Swiss franc, nada. And Canadian dollar, Swiss franc, nada. Oversold. Majors coming down, miners sideways. So another of the great things is, even though we didn't find a trade using that signal, we've got multiple signals. So now I'm going to kind of change gears and go to a trade that's called the thick orange line trade. And once we get to 4 o'clock, I'm going to do what I call the overnight trade. Overnight trade is a different signal off of a different time period. So even though I don't have a trade off of the 1 hour chart, I've got other opportunities to look. And for this thick orange line trade, I am looking at what the position is of the thick orange line. And the thick orange line is a scaled number, and it's between 0 when it's as low as it can go to 10 when it's as high as it can go. When it's at 0, it thinks there's no more down in the movement. And if there's no more down in the movement, that's a good time to buy. So I look for 0 or 10 or within 1 point of either end. Right now, we don't have it. I can take this trade when there's less than 5 minutes left in the hour off the 1 hour chart. So we've got 6 minutes. By the time we go through all of these, it'll take us another 2 minutes. So we'll see if there's something there. So we're going to pass on this because we're not at 0 or 1. Not at 0 or 10. 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 So let's go back. We'll go through them all. This one's a real fast one to see if it's there or not. 8 isn't 0 or 10. 0, yes. So the line's down here. Once I see this is at 0 or within 1 of 0, I want to confirm that there's no more down in the move by looking at where the red line is on the majors. And I want this red line to be below the red line, the oversold red line. Basically, actually, I want the red line to be probably a little further below where the green line currently is. Right now, the majors are telling me there's more down in the move. So this guy, thick orange, doesn't think there's any more down in the move, which is okay. But I don't want to trade on just one piece of information. I want a confirmation. And the confirmation is what is the position of the red line on the majors. So this is telling me there's more down on the move. So I'm going to pass. 2 is not close enough. 8 isn't close enough. 7 isn't close enough. 1 isn't close enough. So let's go to the next group. 9. 9 is close enough. It's within 1 of 10. So 9, this is telling me that there's no more up in the move. And here we have got the red line is above the blue line, and it's about 1/4 of an inch above. So that's what I'm looking for. So this is 1 part. This is 2 part. This trade is worth 5 pips. So let's go ahead and open up your MetaTrader, and we're going to go ahead and take this trade. So let's make this a little smaller so we can see it. So you can take it in your simulator. The trade is worth 5 pips. So this is Euro Australian dollar. It's coming up to morning time in Australia, so it's okay. I want one of these to be more daytime. So it's 6 a.m. in Australia right now. So I don't have Euro Australian dollar here, so I'm going to go File, New Chart. Euro Australian dollar is going to be in this third group. Euro Australian dollar right there. Open up the chart. I'm going to make it to a 1 hour chart. I am going to go to, actually, let me just take a look at one thing. 7. I'm looking at what the spread is. We're going from 6.4 to 7.2. That's 8 points. All right, 8 points. 8 points, 8 points, 8 points. I'm deciding this pip is worth 5. This trade is worth 5 pips. So paying 8 points for a 5 pip trade is right about the border of how far I'll go. So we are going to go ahead and go new order. This is a demo account. It's got 12,400 in it. So my lot size, I'm going to move this decimal place over 4 spots. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to go to 1.25. So my lot size is going to be 1.25. And it's going to be a market sell. And once it's recorded down here, I click on it, left click on it, then right click on it, go to modify. This trade is going to be worth 5 pips. 5 pips equals 50 points. I click the little blue button and it does the math for me. And this trade is accurate about 90% of the time. So for every 9 I win, I'm going to lose 1. And because of that, I can use a 4-to-1 stop loss. So I'm going to put 20 pips or 200 points, drop it in here. And I want to make sure I get the full 5 pips. So I want to just confirm where I got in. I got in at 0.6776. So if I take away 5 from 7.6, I'm going to go to 7.1. I'm going to go to 7.13. From 7.63 to 7.13, then I'm going to click modify, and it's going to drop in my stop loss and take profit. And I'm hoping that this trade closes within the next hour. What happens is you can kind of think of it when this it's actually starting to pull back now. Some people wait till the hour changes and they want to see this number change by 1. I'm comfortable enough with it, the trade, that as long as I see the 2 things I'm looking for, I'll go ahead and take it. But you can kind of think of it like pulling a rubber band when the thick orange is at 10 and boom, you saw it dropped down to 6. So that's exactly what we're looking for. So this trade should be good in just a little bit in terms of closing. So I'm now going to change gears and go over. So we took a trade using the thick orange line. We didn't find one with the 10-point trade. I am now going to take a different trade, the overnight trade, which I send out every evening at between around 4:15. Overnight trade is a modified version of the 10-point trade, but I am taking it off of the day chart. And what I am looking for is what the green line is doing on the major indicator. So this is telling me buy. It's about midway through the channel. Slope on it is very steep. It's greater than 45 degrees. It's maybe 60 degrees. So this is telling me buy. Again, we don't trade off of one piece of information. I want to confirm it. And the way I'm going to confirm it is I'm going to look at what's happening on the 12-hour and the 8-hour charts. So on the 12-hour chart, green line is going up. It is a little bit more than halfway. The line isn't quite as steep as the green line here, but it is telling me buy, confirming the buy signal I'm seeing here. And the 8-hour is almost overbought. It is telling me buy, and it is steeper than the 12-hour and the day chart. So the 8-hour is telling me buy, the 12-hour is telling me buy, and the day's telling me buy. So we're going to take a buy on the Euro USD for 11 pips. We also have buy on the 4-hour, but I don't really consider that. We have buy on the 2-hour, just barely, and the 1-hour is coming down. So let us go ahead and take the buy on the Euro USD. You can take that in your simulator. So new order. I'm going to keep my volume the same. Market buy. Right click on it. Go to modify. And this trade is going to be worth 11 pips. So 11 pips is 110 points. I click the copy as button. It does the math for me. And we're going to use 3 to 1. So 35 pips, 350 points. Click the copy as button. It does the math for me. Then click the modify button, and it drops in my my take profit and support. So we've got on the Euro USD, we've got a buy with a take profit of 1.67713. That's 1.67713. A stop loss of 1.67965. And we got in at 1.67763. 1.7763. Let's go to the pound yen. Now, on the overnight trade, I don't expect this to close till between midnight and 2 in the morning, maybe even as late as 3. So on the pound yen, green line is going up. It is overbought, but it is going up. It's going up pretty steeply. On the day chart, we're going to confirm it on the 12-hour chart. 12-hour is overbought, going up, not quite as steep, significantly overbought. And we're going to confirm it on the 8-hour chart. 8-hour chart is going up, and we've got a couple kinks in the line where it's losing steepness. But with the 8, the 12, and the day, we're also going to take a buy on the Great Britain pound JPY. That's going to be for 22 pips. And you can see we've got on the 4-hour buy, a 2-hour buy, 1 hour. So we got buy across the board here. So you can take that in your simulator, or you can open the chart up and new order. Going to keep my volume the same. This is going to bring my margin level down a little bit below where I want it. 900% is probably as low as I want to go, but I'm expecting this Euro AUE to close within the next little bit here. So I'm going to go ahead and take it. Hey, Tony, I'm on a webinar. I'll call you right back in a minute. All right?
Okay.
Yep.
Okay,
Thanks.
no
Yeah,
worries,
bye.
no worries.
That's a money guy. And he's hard to get a hold of. So what did we say we were going to do? We're going to take a buy. Right click, go to modify order. In here, we're going to take 22 pips on the euro, on the pound yen. The reason I take more is because there's more volatility. The different pairs have different volatilities, and the pound yen is more volatile. So we can get 22 pips off of that signal. So I put 22 in there, and we're going to use a straight 3-to-1. So 66 pips is a stop loss. I add the extra 0 to convert pips to points. Put it in, and we took a buy on the pound yen with a take profit of 186.446, stop loss of 185.572, and we got in at 186.233. So we took 2 buys, one on the Euro USD, and for 11 pips, one on the pound yen for 22 pips. And let's see how this guy's doing. No, we almost grabbed that 5 pips, just touched the line. So might take a little bit more to get that trade we took off the 1-hour chart. All right, gang, thanks for joining me. If you want to learn to trade, these indicators are the best that are out there. I've been trading 4 years, and learning how to trade with these things is absolutely, positively the best thing I've ever done. We can teach you to do it. If you can follow instruction, they're easy to use. We'll get you there, and we're so confident we can do that. We'll let you trade with our money. I'll be doing this again tomorrow morning, 6:30 a.m., and hope that you can see you then. Thanks so much. See you. Bye-bye.